Very good afternoon to you on this Monday, 29th of July, 2029. You're watching In Focus with Silvana Pavlovska. Today's program will be dedicated to the Macedonian Poetry Corner. The person we're going to feature today is Nikola Jonkov Vapcarov. In addition to background on his life and activities, we will also feature one of his well-known poems. And this segment is in the English language. Nikola Jonkov Vapcarov was one of the greatest Macedonian poets, a patriot who contributed to the struggle for independence by organizing the Macedonian Literary Circle in Sofia. Sofia is, as we know, the capital of Bulgaria. The Literary Circle has a notable place in the history of the Macedonian people. Vapcarov's circle, which included Kole Nedeljkovski, Anton Popov, Angel Dinev, Mikhail Smatrakliev, and others, was a continuation of the tradition of the Macedonian literati who supported the struggle for independence and unification. Vapcarov was born in Bansko, Pirin, Macedonia, which since 1913, how can we forget? Since 1913 has been occupied by the Bulgarian state. Nikola's father, Jonko, took part in the revolutionary struggle against the Ottoman Empire, that is the Turkish Empire. He was part of the Ilinden uprising in 1903. Nikola developed strong feelings for Macedonia and its freedom from his father. Instead of fighting for Macedonia with weapons, he took the road of an ideological revolutionary. Nikola raised himself in the spirit of empathy, and the collection of 20 poems, which he titled Motorni Pesni, or Songs of the Machines, portray the people's struggles. He was responsible for organizing a workers' revolt at a factory after the owners had closed it, laying off all of the people employed there. The owners reopened the factory, but the government had learned about his involvement and made sure that he was fired. Vapcarov's wife, Boyka, who was the daughter of Macedonian refugees from Aegean Macedonia, or Belomorska Macedonia, notes in her memoirs that Nikola fell gravely ill at the same time when their child passed away. He and his wife were able to survive thanks to financial support from their friends. The latter period of his life was marked by his involvement in workers' rights movements and the Communist Party of Bulgaria. He participated in sabotages and intelligence actions targeting pro-fascist groups. Nikola Parapunov, a Macedonian from the Pirin region, or Pirin, Macedonia, and a communist partisan in Bulgaria, invited Vapcarov to join the executive branch of the workers' revolutionary movement in Bulgaria. Vancho Mikhailov, the Bulgarian fascist and terrorist who was born in Macedonia to parents from Moskopole, Albania, had organized an unsuccessful assassination of Vapcarov. This took place after the fact that Vapcarov did not stop his pro-Macedonian and communist activities after he was severely beaten by Mikhailov's thugs. The Bulgarian fascist regime captured Vapcarov, another Macedonian, Anton Popov, and several Bulgarian communists and sentenced them to death. On 23rd of July, 1942, Vapcarov was taken in front of a firing squad and executed. Nikola Jonkov Vapcarov had spent most of his life in Bulgaria, but where, in other words, his the home country of Macedonia under the occupation of Bulgaria, which it still is, and it is where his heart and mind were. It can be seen from his poem Zemlya, or in English, Land. Although Vapcarov expressed a singular patriotism for Macedonia and declared himself as a Macedonian, which he was indeed a citizen of Bulgaria, because the country of Macedonia, or that part of Macedonia, was occupied by Bulgaria since 1913, and not without surprise, the modern, if you can call them, Bulgarian historiography claims Vapcarov was an ethnic Bulgarian, which we know, the world knows, is not. He was a Macedonian and will remain Macedonian and in the hearts of the Macedonian people. The emotions that he expressed in one of his most touching moments, that is Zemlya, or Land, speak the contrary. In other words, that he was Macedonian. Now, this is written by Martin Anastasovsky for the Macedonia Times portal, 9th of April 2021. There are several versions or translations of the poem Zemlya, or Land, in English. I would like to share one of them with you, because I think it's the most appropriate one, given my background in translation and interpreting. This land that I am treading on now, this land that is woken by the south in the spring, I do not know this land, my land, this land, forgive me for saying, is somebody else's. I head out early along a factory road. Countless workers close swarm together. We are merged into one heart, one mind, but this country is not mine. Above my land in springtime, splendor is reflected. Waterfalls storm from the radiant sun. You feel it close to your heart and watch as endless rows of flowers blossom. Above my land, up to the skies, Pirin rises. The pines chant Ilinden stories in a chorus. Above Ohrid, the azure blends into the space, and further beneath, rainbows are glistening as one on the Aegean. I will recall, and the blood will rush to my heart, melting into some kind of gentleness. My birthplace, a place so beautiful, mothered in storms, nursed with blood amid fears, blizzards along the Lasica Wyanets. That was the poem My Land, or Land, in English, translation from Macedonian. And the poem was written by Nikola Vapcarov, whom we have been featuring today in our Macedonian poetry segment, featuring Nikola Jonkov Vapcarov. You've been watching In Focus with Silvana Pavlovska. I'm grateful to you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.